Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I am the very amicable, easy to get along with host, Kellie Raspberry Evans, along with my somewhat sassy, if I do say so myself tonight, husband, Alan Evans.
Hello, I'm Alan.
Oh, okay. He's been a little sassy tonight.
Hello, I'm Alan. How's that? Is that better?
It might have something to do with the tank top you're wearing. Perhaps that's making you feel a tad more sassy than usual.
Well, hashtag not an ad. I went over to Target.
Oh, I wish they sponsored our show
the other day. Yeah, hashtag
man.
wish it was an ad.
Oh,
but
gosh.
I loaded up on, they have a store brand, I think called Goodfella.
Yes, I've tried to get you to look at it before when I was in there with you, and you weren't interested in looking at it.
Yeah, so I was shopping for the family vacation next week. I picked up a couple of pairs of shorts and a couple of tank tops. So I'm rocking the JC.
Sun's out, guns out.
The JC look. Well, sun's out. Not sure guns are out, but sun's out.
Your arms are big, honey. They're very tatted. So you and JC from the Kid Craddock Morning Show, I guess, will be hanging out together in your tank tops.
Yeah, except JC looks really good in a tank top.
You look really good. It's just a new look for you I'm not used to seeing.
You've never seen me in a tank top.
I have not. This is another first.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 14.
Yeah. Yeah, and except for the hairy chests and tats,
Whoa.
you could pass for 14, I guess.
You can't see any hair. There's no hair.
A little tough sticking out. That's all right.
Little tuft of
So it's
white.
something to get used to. But I think you're just being a little extra sassy tonight because of some stuff that has transpired in our household this week about perhaps a solo vacation.
You know what? We'll get
that
to
you
that.
want to take. We will get to.
We're gonna get to all that. We're gonna
because I thought the issue was resolved, but apparently it is not.
And what do they say? Unpeel the onion? Is that what they say?
Yeah, peel the layers.
Peel away the layers of the onion.
Mm-hmm.
Unpeel the banana.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about the banana because once you peel a banana, it's peeled. But the layer of the onion has many layers. We can just peel it off in one big banana.
There are many, many layers to this
onion.
story, and we're going to get
Then it's an onion.
Hey, we're going to get into all of them. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, we've as per usual over the last week. This is summer. We got all the chitlins. We've been busy doing fun stuff. We talk about Lion King. We're going to talk maybe quick review on Father's Day. I don't know if we had any fails, but we'll go into maybe some Father's Day observations.
Sure. Whatever you like, honey.
Oh, come on now. Yeah, we're going to do another movie review because we are movie reviewers now.
We didn't probably see but one movie in all of 2017.
Yeah.
But in 2018, we were movie-going fools.
Oh, we've seen, 5 in the last month?
Well, here's the thing. I work in radio.
Not month. 3 weeks.
Yeah. I work in radio, and so often, because of that job, I get invited to screenings, which come, about a week or so before a movie is released in the theaters, because they want the people on the radio to be excited about it and get the audience excited about it. But usually I can't go because it's during the school year. It's always on a Tuesday night. Why Tuesday nights? I guess they pick a night that's not busy at the theater. And it's always at 7:30, and it's 30 minutes away from the house. And so I usually say no. But with the kids and it being summer and they don't have to get up for school, I've been saying yes.
Yeah.
So we get to see we've gotten to see some fun things.
Hey, let's be honest. It's free.
Well, yeah, it's a free
free
screening, which saves us because the kids don't just like to go to the movies. They like to fine dine at the movies.
Oh,
It sets,
yeah. Especially the girls.
It's awful. It's so expensive to go to the movies for us. But, hey, free movie will take all day.
I mean, if you can upgrade your mac and cheese with steak, the girls are going to do it.
Yeah.
And they're not going to order off the kids' menu.
No.
So we've gone into that before. It's fun taking the kids to the movie, but it's an expensive endeavor when you take your whole family.
Yeah, so we'll go as many screenings as we can, and then school starts back, and we'll be back to boring.
Yeah. So did I just mention? We went to. We've been going to all these movies, but Jurassic World is the movie we're going to review.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Fallen Kingdom, and I think this might be the first time where we have differing opinions.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, we have a little different opinion. A lot of it's the same, but there's a few differences, I think. We'll get to that.
Okay, and there was a lot of controversy today and over the last few days about this guy's trip and this was talked about on the Kidcratic morning show, nationally syndicated morning show.
Yeah, on Monday it was brought up.
Yeah, and my wife is
actually, it was brought up last week, but it started coming to a festering head Monday.
A festering head.
And then it exploded Tuesday.
Popped like a big yellow pimple.
Oh, stop it. Why is it? Ugh.
But we're going to talk about this guy's trip, and you're going to get the real talk. Not the talk that I've heard from Kelly. You're going to get the real story right here.
Okay, I'll give you my version of the truth.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the guy's trip to Mexico, and this is also kind of the I think this is the official going to Hollywood, Florida edition of A Sandwich and Some Love. We can do this podcast another time. That's a little more. It's better for you if you're a little tired right now.
Well, honey, they can't hear me yawn on the podcast.
That was like
I had to yawn.
Have you ever seen a picture of a lion on the Serengeti just kind of laying there, and then all of a sudden the lion's mouth opens?
Yeah, but I'm always
so wide you could put your head in it.
I'm always sleep deprived. This is nothing new.
That's what Kelly.
That's why I'm not. Another reason I'm not drinking tonight. I don't think I could hold my head up through the whole podcast.
That's what Kelly just did. That's okay though. Okay, so that's what we're going to get into. We got a lot of stuff to get into, and then you've got.
Next week we will be doing the podcast from Hollywood, Florida, on our Kidcratic Morning Show Family Vacation. So maybe we'll have some special guests from the show pop by.
Oh,
that might be a time to do that.
Maybe we can get Al on there. Maybe.
Yeah. Big Al.
We've never had Big Al on.
We can maybe, if we don't settle this dispute over Mexico tonight, we can finish it up next week.
So, okay. And then Kelly has some cool stuff about celebrities, advice that celebrities have received. I don't really know what she's bringing to the show.
Yeah, I always try to bring something to surprise Alan.
Yeah.
But if we don't get to it, if we run over time, we'll save it for next week.
But you know what I definitely want to get into, babe? We've got some great letters right here, a stack of them. And there are some good ones. There's one for you. There's a couple for me. There's a couple for both of us.
Great. I'm excited. So my celebrity stuff, we may or may not get to that.
Yeah.
Because celebrity stuff can wait.
Yeah.
It's evergreen, as they say.
Yeah, evergreen.
So what do we start off with first, babe?
Well, why don't you tell everybody about this Lion King? What is that all about?
Well, Lion King, the movie. Everybody's seen the movie. Hakuna Matata.
Let's give a little bit. It's a circle of life. And it has
I don't know the words.
Oh.
I do not know the words, and apparently neither do you. But I do know Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Something. Hakuna
Manacho.
Something, say. I don't know. I haven't seen it. So anyway, this became a Broadway musical.
Yeah.
And so I've been to New York a few times, but I take, I'm usually there with an adult, or I took my niece there when she graduated high school, and everybody wants to go see Wicked every time they go to New York, and that's fine. I've seen Wicked now 3 times. I've seen it enough. But I wanted to wait and see The Lion King when we could, take the kids to New York one day. Well, guess what? Lion King has a touring company, and they came through town, and we were able to take the kids to see The Lion King at Fair Park Music Hall in Dallas. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how the kids were going to react to it, because mine has been to a Broadway show before, but have your kids ever been to a Broadway show?
My kids had never been to a Broadway show, no.
Right. I took Emma Kelly to New York a couple years ago, and we went to see Matilda on Broadway, which she really loved. There's a movie, Matilda, if you've seen that. It's the movie with Danny DeVito and Rhea Perlman. This is the Broadway version of that. And I took her to see Wicked, and she didn't get it.
She didn't understand it?
No.
Really?
Because this is a couple years ago. It was before I met you. So it was the summer before then. So it's been at least 3 years ago now. So she was 8. And she loved The Wizard of Oz. Always loved The Wizard of Oz. It was one of her favorite movies from the time she was like 3 years old. Just adored it. But Wicked is the prequel to The Wizard of Oz. So she didn't really get it, the relationships and stuff. And the dialogue is so rapid fire, it was over her head.
Yeah.
So I was really excited when Lion King came to town. And for the most part, the kids, I think they really liked it. It's a little long.
It was a little long. Yeah, it was 2 hours and 50 minutes with an intermission.
Intermission's about 20 or so minutes. And they were 10 minutes late getting started. Things happened. But it was it was a beautiful show. The music's beautiful. The dancing's beautiful. The story's beautiful. The people that are puppets, and it's just gorgeous. The giraffes, the elephants,
sets were amazing
sets.
too. Yeah,
But just be prepared if you ever go see it. It is long.
But here's what I thought was interesting is our 5-year-old, Dylan, he was engaged the entire show.
Yeah. Towards the end, he started getting a little sleepy, but he hung in there.
He hung in there.
You want to see how it is.
And he's 5, and it kept his attention the entire time. He was laughing. He was smiling. He was giving us thumbs up. So he had a great time. I enjoyed it. Kelly enjoyed it. The 10-year-old, Cole, our middle son,
he's a harsh critic.
Yeah, he kind of thought a nap was a better option for him.
He was worn out.
Yeah, but the rest of us were.
It was really good.
Thought it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of songs they probably could have. Honestly, I'll just be honest. They added. There's not all the music from the movie is in the musical, but they added some songs that you won't know, and they're ballads, and it's like they could have probably edited those just for time. But I get it. It was beautiful.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a go see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you have...
it's a great way to introduce children to the theater.
Yeah, and it's kind of an option, a different option than going to the movies. I mean, it was a lot different. My kids had never seen anything like it, so
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, another good musical, if it ever comes your way. I remember when Emma Kelly was really little, her very first musical that came to town was Shrek the Musical.
Oh.
And that was great. At the end of it, at the end of it, she wanted them to play it again. Because she was like literally 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
And, with DVRs, you just play it again.
Right.
She's like, play it again. She didn't get it, but that was cute.
That's cute.
So that's a good one to see, too, with kids. And Matilda.
All right. Well, Lion King, that was a C.
Thumbs up. Pause up, I guess you'd say.
What day was that? When did we do that?
That was last Thursday, I believe.
Oh, Thursday. So that was right after we did the podcast, last week's podcast, which you can find on iTunes and Google Play Store. And kidnation.com.
Yes.
And kellyanallen.com.
Yes, there's links everywhere.
Yeah. But
if you can't find it, you don't want to find it.
Father's Day. We had a nice Father's Day. I had a great Father's Day.
Good.
I am a father. I have procreated 3 times, and I have a bonus daughter. So I have 4 children. And, we had a great time. Kelly went out of her way to make sure my day was nice and relaxing, and she helped the children wrap a bunch of presents, and she organized a brunch for me at this really nice restaurant. And I had a great time.
I'm glad. That's all that matters.
I
made sure you didn't lift a finger all day. I didn't ask you for help with anything.
And I'm always around putzing around.
Puttering.
I'm always puttering around the house doing stuff.
Right. I'm always asking you, when you going to hang that? When you going to change that? When you going to fix that? I didn't ask you any of that on Sunday.
She didn't. She just let me, she fed me really good at the brunch and
left you alone.
Left me alone, helped the kids make some homemade cards, and I had a great day, and I watched the U.S. Open. That was fun to watch, too.
Yep.
The golf, I hadn't watched golf in a long time. So Father's Day was fun. I don't know, as a dad, you're always a little self-conscious, I think, about, especially as your girls get older, girls especially, about how quiet they are and how much they're messing with their phones as opposed to talking to you. Mm-hmm. And so Kelly and I are kind of joking about it at the restaurant, and the kids, we're trying to keep them off the phones while we're at the table. But, as the brunch goes on and we're kind of finishing up, they get on their phones. We're just kind of looking around. And we did notice that a lot of the other tables where we were at, most of the kids had their heads down and the adults were talking, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, there's some divorced dad situations.
Yeah, we saw that.
And we saw that, and we saw. I don't think I'm identifying anybody, but this man and his teenage son, they ate together. That's about it.
I don't think they said 2 words to each other.
I don't think they said one word to each other. It's just teenagers they're just hard. Talking to them, engaging them, getting more than a 1-word answer, much less a grunt out of them. It's hard. So, I was looking around and I thought the fact that it made me feel better about our situation sometimes. We got 2 girls, 13 and 11. So we're having occasional moments of teenage angst, I would call it.
Teenage angst and drama, but
lots of drama.
We love our kids,
of course.
And they're
course
great, and they're great kids, but
they had their moments with each other.
Yeah. We just noticed, when we were out, we were like, are we the only table where the kids, it seems like they don't want to be here? And we looked around and we were thinking, no, it looks like those other kids, they don't want to be over there either.
Yeah. Kids don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah.
They just want to be watching TV or on their phones. What can we do to fix that? We drag them out and make them do stuff, but I don't know. We're still making memories, aren't we, honey?
Yeah, and that's what's important. And then, okay, so after brunch, I mean, there was one thing I wanted on Father's Day. One thing. And that was a picture of me with my kids.
I was like, oh no, I thought you were going to tell me I forgot something.
No. So we went out to this area to try to get a picture. And we went from this restaurant where we were having brunch. It was kind of, it's cozy and it was dark. And we go outside and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it is so bright, the kids can't even open their eyes. So we're out in the middle in this open area, and I've got my arms around all the kids, and I'm fine because I have my sunglasses on.
Right, Mister, I got this.
Yeah.
The kids are like,
yeah, the kids are like, Daddy, I can't see.
So
I can't see.
I said, everybody, close your eyes. When I count to 3, open your eyes, and I'm going to take the picture as fast as I can. So 1, 2, 3.
So if you can imagine what that picture looked like, and I'm like, okay, come on, guys. So I took everybody, I had them follow me over to this park bench. So I sit on this park bench with my back to the sun.
Yes, still too bright.
Still too bright. So either one kid had their eyes closed, Dylan would have his eyes open, and Brooke would have her eyes closed. Brooke would have her eyes closed, and Dylan would have his eyes open. It was like the Three Stooges.
Yeah, but I think this is really, people can put any picture they want on social media, and all you see is the happy end result.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see the struggle. It's real to get that picture.
The struggle is so real.
So, I mean, we're not alone.
I'm going to start posting
the real
wheels off pictures because I've got
funny.
I've got a bunch of them.
I think it's better.
We
need to keep it real, babe.
That's right, babe.
People appreciate that.
We're going to keep it real. You know what we're going to keep it real and do right now?
What?
We're going to pay some bills.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
Hey, you know what Alan and I have both been trying to do, honestly, is we've been trying to make healthier choices. We don't always succeed, but Alan and I have both been working out more. Alan is really great about taking all of his vitamins, and he has a lot of them. I honestly am not so great about taking a lot of pills. But I do know I need to take vitamins because where my diet falls short, I need to fill in those gaps, right? Well, that's why I was really excited when I found out about Ritual. This is a vitamin that I have no problem taking. A lot of people say if I take a vitamin, I get like this icky, sicky feeling in my stomach. With Ritual, these are vegan, sugar-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, allergen-free. So if you have any complaints about any of those things that make you ill, that's out the window. And also it's a delayed release capsule, so it bypasses the stomach and prevents nausea. So that excuse is gone too. And this is the only omega-3 vitamin that actually tastes good. I taste it. I take it. It's like I've had a little breath mint. It's so refreshing. And it's also loaded with vitamin D, which if you go to your doctor, they'll tell you, ladies especially, you need more vitamin D. And I get all of that in a great tasting vitamin with Ritual.
You know what I like about this, babe?
What?
Made in the USA.
Yeah, we do.
No synthetic fillers or colorants.
Right. And this is a subscription-based vitamin program. It's $30 a month delivered to your door. What you pay for just the omega-3s alone, you're getting that plus so much more in a bottle of Ritual. And if you forget a few days, like, I forgot, I went out of town, forgot my pills, you can actually snooze your order and until you catch up and get back on schedule. So you're not stockpiling vitamins you can't take out all the time. Happiness is guaranteed, no questions asked. You can cancel easily at any time. So forget what you thought you knew about vitamins. Ritual's the brand that's reinventing the experience. 9 essential nutrients that women lack the most. If you're ready to invest in your health, do what I did. Go to ritual.com/sandwich. Your future self's going to thank you for taking Ritual. Consider this your lifelong health 401k. Because why would you put anything but clean ingredients backed by real science into your body?
I wouldn't.
So go to ritual.com/sandwich. Do the research for yourself. Try it out. $30 a month. Cancel it any time if you're not satisfied, but I know you will be. Thank you, Ritual.
Thank you, Ritual. That's a great product, babe. And, omega-3 vitamins can sometimes be kind of yucky tasting.
I'm telling you, this is not. It tastes,
not Ritual.
It's minty.
It's
minty.
Like
a peppermint minty oil. It's really good.
It is minty.
Makes me have fresh breath.
Okay, so like we were saying in the setup, we saw the movie Jurassic World, which we're recording on a Wednesday this week, as we usually do. Jurassic World opens this Friday.
Right. So we're not really supposed to talk too terribly much about it. It's like an embargo situation.
Yeah. But
I think we can still give our impressions without giving away plot lines, right?
can we give them a flavor of what we thought about this?
Right.
So Jurassic World, first off, giving some stuff away that everybody knows, I guess, is
From the previews and stuff?
From the previews
From previous movies.
Big Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard are returning.
Well, I think she used to have a little something done to her lips. Did you notice how voluptuous her lips were? They weren't too big, but they were perfectly luscious and made me want to go get something.
You know, since I'm a fan of the creamy redhead.
Yeah, did you find her really hot?
The creamy, flowing chestnut mane.
Yes.
I think she's hot.
Did you notice her lips, though?
Yeah.
They looked plumper, didn't they?
Well, can I say this? She looked better in the other movie.
Why?
I just thought she looked better. She looked a little less processed.
Oh, okay. I know what you were going to say.
No, like you say, she had.
Well, she probably, we just saw Ocean's 8.
No, she looked great,
I'm just saying,
she looked better in the other movie.
When, actresses in Hollywood, there's so much pressure to make themselves look younger and younger, and Sandra Bullock needs to, tap the brakes a little bit because she's borderline on, please don't do anything else to yourself, Sandra. You're so adorable the way you are. But she's had some stuff done, and, I want to go get my lips done because I saw Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah.
And I know I want to get something done to my face.
No, she was good in the movie. She just, I could tell.
You about a procedure.
I'll
tell you later. Go ahead and keep talking.
Okay, she just looked different. Her appearance was different. Same character. Chris Pratt was Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he's Chris Pratt.
And
I love Chris Pratt.
Isn't he kind of the same guy in every movie, though?
Yeah, I will tell you this. There's a lot of corniness about, and I don't remember, was the last movie very corny? A lot of corny jokes? There's a lot of corny jokes. I don't know if there's a new writer, new director, or what. There's a lot of corniness. I thought from the very beginning of the movie, it's exciting. I mean, from the get-go, right?
Yeah, it's an exciting movie.
It was suspenseful. There were lots of dinosaur action.
If you like dinosaur action, you got it in this movie.
There is the right amount of vindication. You always want vindication when people are mean to the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You want vindication.
Yeah.
And they said it. But I will say there are a series of just ridiculously stupid mistakes that people make in this movie. It's like, of course, I know they have to make these mistakes because it's in the script. It's like,
right.
Come on, seriously.
But there's one thing about one ridiculous, stupid mistake.
We can talk about it maybe in the next podcast.
Yeah.
We can't give stuff away.
Yeah, I will tell you, the last Jurassic Park movie was my favorite.
And that was with Chris Pratt and
that was with I forget
Bryce Dallas
what,
Howard.
what was that one called? Jurassic World. That wasn't Lost Kingdom. That was.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I can't even remember.
It was
Anyway, the last Jurassic Park was my favorite, which means this one was not my favorite.
Right, but it was still good.
Still a good movie.
It was still good. It was still fun.
Yeah.
I liked it better than Ocean's 8.
I liked it better than Ocean's 8.
Which Mindy Kaling was saying all these old white men are being cruel to this movie. I was like, this old white woman's being cruel to your movie too. I just thought it was very flat. They could have done so much more with that movie.
Okay,
than they
you're
did.
not an old white woman.
I'm just saying. I'm inserting female. But I just thought, I thought it was a waste. I thought they could have done so much more with the women that were in it.
Okay, now you flipped over to Ocean's 8.
I'm sorry. Back to Jurassic World. I just thought it was good. It was fun. It was corny. It's like, come on, seriously, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that, but
Right.
they do it in the movie.
Right.
And it's like, how did you know exactly where that was again and again? And, it's like the miraculous, just at the right moment stuff happens.
Yeah.
But, you got to suspend that stuff and just enjoy the ride.
Well, here I can say something that's not really giving away anything. Remember those big balls that the two people got in the last movie, and they were like motor
the orbs that went around.
Yeah, those orbs that went around the island, and they even show those in the previews.
That's in the preview, yes.
Those orbs.
Yes.
Well, this movie takes place years,
not that many years
after all that went down,
yes.
where all those orbs crashed and the whole island was destroyed and blah blah blah.
This is the one problem he has with this movie. He has talked about this one thing.
And hot damn, wouldn't you know that those damn orbs, they still hold a charge.
Well,
they're just sitting there fully charged.
The one that they got into did.
Oh, you can jump right in one of those SOBs and just drive it around the island.
Maybe that's, you don't know. You don't know. In the movie, it happened.
Oh, boy.
So anyway, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
And if your kids like Jurassic Park and Jurassic World and all that, you're going to have fun.
The kids liked it.
Yes.
The kids liked it.
They weren't too terribly... I mean, there's some tense moments.
There are some tense moments.
But your kid, you have to know your kid. And our boys love that stuff.
Yeah.
And he's 5, almost 6, and 10. And I think the 5-year-old was less scared than the 10-year-old.
Right. Our 10-year-old, he's sensitive.
Yeah.
He's kind of sensitive. So he was kind of ducking down, hiding his eyes a few times.
Yeah, but so was I. I was hanging on you. I love movies. I get into them. I squeeze you. Don't you love it when I squeeze on you, my big, strong man?
Loving, touching, and squeezing.
Do you love that?
I do.
Did I get you all hot and like get off me kind of thing?
Oh, I thought you were going to say,
No, like, get off me.
going to say something else.
Hot
Do you get all hot?
Yeah. No, that's not true.
Oh. Okay, so we got to give it a thumbs rating.
I give it a thumbs up, but just go into it knowing that it is what it is.
Thumb sideways for this guy.
Yeah.
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 I enjoyed the
Alan
other.
didn't think this dinosaur movie was as believable as the previous dinosaur movies.
No, come on now. Going back to the original Jurassic Park, you could kind of believe that this
Right.
could happen.
I get it.
You get the DNA out of the mosquito. You do some genetics, which there have been all these advances in genetics.
There's
You thought,
lots of cloning.
Gosh, maybe this could happen.
Yes.
But you'll see.
All right.
Just go see it.
Go see it.
Go see it.
Go see it.
I say still go see it.
Yes, still go see it. It's great fun.
If you're a fan of the franchise, go see it.
see it.
Yeah, it's a good dinosaur movie.
And we love Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt was
Bryce
good.
Dallas Howard.
He just made some really dumb decisions. Okay, babe, what do you want to talk about now? You want to talk about this ridiculous guys trip fiasco? Is it a fiasco? Is it a debacle? What do you call this?
It's a conundrum.
Is it a
quandary?
Cluster?
Maybe.
Is it a fluster cluck?
Oh my gosh, we don't use that language on a sandwich.
Fluster and cluck?
You know what you're trying to say, and any little third grader trying to pull that stunt in school would get pulled aside by the teacher.
This is a PG podcast.
All right, listen. This is the backstory, real quick. Big Al Mack on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
My man
goes off and does stuff on his own sometimes without running. He just comes up with these ideas. Some of them are very successful. Some of them, bleh. Well, so last week he said, "I'm going to go to Playa del Carmen." Playa?
Yeah,
Playa.
Yeah.
Del Carmen. For over the 4th of July holiday because we're on vacation that week.
From July 5th to July 8th.
Yes.
Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, come back Sunday.
Right. That's his plan.
That was his plan.
And he has nobody to go with. He doesn't have anybody he's even casually dating right now. And I guess none of his buddies can go. He used to take a lot of single guys trips, but everybody's, wifeyed up or whatever now. Or they've moved and things happen. So he goes on social media and he says, "Hey, if you want to go with me to Mexico, I don't care if you're a man or a woman, I'm not paying for it, but let me know."
And he kind of posted a list of things. It's kind of try to be funny.
Right.
Of things like he was looking for in a travel partner.
Yeah, couldn't be a super Kelly Raspberry fan because he didn't want to talk about me the entire time. That was one of them.
Be able to drink, but don't get too drunk.
Yeah.
Just a whole list of things.
Just silly stuff.
Silly stuff, yeah.
But he was, halfway joking.
Halfway joking.
So
yeah.
anyway, he had some people respond, "Oh, that'd be fun. And then come Monday, he said, "Well, I guess I'm still going by myself." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You've had so many people respond." He's like, "But nobody's booked their trip." I said, "But I think the miscommunication is people are waiting for you to say, 'I pick you to go with me.'" They were waiting to win their way, right? Mm-hmm. So once we got, because I told him our friend Jeff, we have a mutual friend, Jeff.
Yeah.
I've talked about him before on the podcast. This is a guy I just met at a bar one night. I showed up early for a girls' night, and I don't know where you were.
You were waiting for me.
I was
you were going to
waiting
meet
for
me
Tara
later.
and Shanda.
No, not there at the bar, but we were going to meet later for some reason.
Yeah, but I met Tara and Shanda first. We had girls' night, and anyway, I showed up early, which I never do. And he sat down next to me, and we just started talking, and he wasn't hitting on me at all, but we had a wonderful conversation, and I said, "I like you," and he said, we talked about my husband, and he said, "Why don't you come to the Cowboys?" He invited, with sight unseen, invited Alan and me to go to a Cowboys game with him. We've just been friends. He's a great guy.
Which we went to.
Yes, he's a great guy. And I said,
and
we're gonna find you a woman, Jeff, and we've failed.
He's a great,
can't find him a woman.
He's a friend of ours. We've had him over to our house. He's we've done a lot of stuff with him.
Okay, so that's the backstory on Jeff.
Okay, so there's Jeff.
So I told Big Al, I said, Jeff texted me and said he wants to go. And I was like, well, I haven't heard anything. I said, well, maybe people are waiting for you to tell them what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't know your flights. They don't know where you're staying, nothing. So anyway, got all that straight. Jeff and Big Al are going to Mexico together. The two amigos, right?
And I give you a little backstory on what AE's doing this whole time.
The whole time, this is unbeknownst to me.
And I see Al's post on social media. I didn't think anything about it. I didn't think.
Never crossed your mind?
Never crossed my mind. But I'm hearing this story that Kelly just told.
She told you.
She told the same story on the Kid Craddock morning show, nationally syndicated. And I listen every morning, and I can't remember where I was. I was driving somebody somewhere, maybe dropping Cole off somewhere. And I heard the story, and I'm like, well, crap, Jeff's going. That's pretty cool. I was like, well, if Jeff's going, I wonder if I should go. So I found the dates, and it was July 5th to the 8th. I don't have the kids that weekend. I don't have my kids that weekend.
I have mine.
Yeah, Kelly has.
Yes.
Have Emma Kelly. To my knowledge, we didn't have any plans to do anything.
No, we didn't, because we were going to go to South Carolina, but decided it was just too expensive.
Yeah. Okay. And
because we bought a house and everything.
Now here's where it gets a little tricky. So our 1 year anniversary is July the 1st. Sunday, July the 1st. I have scheduled a surprise for Kelly on Sunday, July the 1st, and we're going to go somewhere here in town in Dallas and stay somewhere. Okay, she knows all this.
I know that. We're staying the night at a hotel.
Yeah, it's kind of a surprise where we're going and what we're going to do and all that. But I scheduled a nice night for us.
Isn't that sweet?
That's the 1st, and then Kelly doesn't have to work the 2nd. She's off that whole week, the 2nd through the 5th.
My 1 week of vacation this summer.
We are also, as we mentioned earlier, Kelly and I together are going to spend Sunday through Friday in Hollywood, Florida.
With the Kid Craddock morning show. It's a working vacation.
But they're not going to be in our room.
No, but we're going to be out with them a lot.
Okay, so
we will sleep together much like we do at home.
So we're going to be
we'll be doing activities for the radio.
Doing activities
y'all,
at the pool.
And let me tell you right now, I'm not happy about some of the activities.
That's a future podcast.
I could very well injure myself.
You're not going to injure yourself. At the pool, we're going to be drinking. We're going to be swimming. There's going to be bits. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And you know who else is going to be on that trip in addition to me? Big Al.
My man.
So you're going to be spending the week with Big Al too.
Okay. So my thinking was, well, damn, Jeff's going.
Damn. He was thinking, damn.
I'm going to text Al and ask him like, hey,
text me.
What's the deal, man? So I texted Al right after I heard Kelly on the radio, and I said, my man, what's going on? I heard Jeff's going. What's the story? Or he told me the details, and I said, okay, well, just tell Kelly it's a good idea, and then I'll text her too and tell her that I'm thinking about going. And that's kind of when it all hit the fan, I guess.
Mm-hmm. The fact that you even thought to go was upsetting enough.
Yeah. So
and I'm like,
tell me.
I'm like, he's not really serious. He's joking, right? No, he was serious.
No, I was serious. So, okay. So let's tell everybody.
So I didn't even get home to discuss it. I got in the car on the way home.
Home from work, right?
And I call him when I get in the car and let him know I'm on the way home from work, which I'm sure he loves because no matter what he's doing, he needs to answer the phone because I'm on the way home. And so we kind of chit chat for a minute. And I didn't bring it up. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to go. I'm like, so are you serious about Mexico? And then we proceeded to discuss it for the rest of the ride home.
Yeah. So, I know we're joking around a lot, but I think we have a lesson here.
What's the lesson?
We have a lesson here. So, number one, let me just say up front, Kelly is... And some people may or may not know, just based on this little story, you may think, oh, well, she's got her thumb on this guy. That's not the way Kelly is. She's really she's real cool when I want to do something. She really is. So, it just didn't even cross my mind that
it would hurt my feelings.
It really didn't. And it wasn't that I was trying to hurt anyone's feelings. It just didn't cross my mind that, oh yeah, that's the same week as our anniversary week.
Our first anniversary, yeah.
And then when I was thinking about it, to me, it was more of a really quick trip, but really it's Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. And then when Kelly mentioned, she's like, so what are you going to do the whole time? Al's just going to sit there. And then, Jeff, he likes to just go out and, party.
Jeff
and
likes
drink.
to party.
Right. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be Jeff's wingman? Are you going to sit there with Al? And I was like, well, gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess we'll just be drinking the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, he's like, but what about going on a guy's trip? I'm going to remember this, when we were fussing it out. I'll remember this when you want to go on a girls' trip. I think it's one thing if this was a planned out guys' trip, that you were going hunting, we're going fishing. Because if we have that planned, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make plans and that's what we did the last time you went on the hunting trip. I got the girls, we went to wine country, we did a fun thing. But this was a whim. This wasn't something you had your heart set on that I broke your heart and said, you can't go. I said, no, I said I wasn't going to tell you can't go.
No, she didn't tell me.
I said, I'm not going to tell you can't go.
She didn't say I can't go.
I said,
now,
you do what you think is right.
Yeah, now she did.
I did say that.
Now, I'm the master at doing that. Now, you can do whatever you want. That's not what I would do, but you can do whatever you want.
And I know enough about making relationships work that I would not punish you for that for very long. I would probably punish you for a minute. I'll just be honest. I would have a bad attitude about it, but I would.
But it
would be in the past a month from now.
Yeah,
we'd move on.
But here's where our personalities are a little different. I can be pretty spontaneous in spur of the moment. Like I'll think something's a good idea, and I'll go for it. And Kelly, I think, thinks things through a little better than I do. So it wasn't that I was trying to hurt her feelings. It's just I immediately thought, oh, my friends, Jeff and Al are going to go to Mexico. I don't have any plans that weekend. I have miles for the flight. I wouldn't have to really pay for the flight. So all these things were just going through my head. Yeah, I could make that work. And then when I went to Kelly, she wasn't real happy. Honestly, she wasn't real happy about it.
No.
And she told me why. And then I was like, oh, okay. It's not
our first anniversary
week.
Well,
and here's the lesson. It's not that she didn't want me to have fun, and it's not that she didn't want me to go on a guy's trip.
It's not that I don't trust you.
That wasn't the issue at all.
No.
It was more of the timing of the situation. Now, there are going to be times, I'm talking to Kelly, there are going to be times, though, where spontaneous things come up, and I'll want to do them. You know that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the same with you.
But I'm sure it'll be different. It's like, I'll have work to go to. I'll have, take kids to school. We'll have obligations here. But that was just like, of all the weeks to do a whim trip, it's the one week I have a vacation where I really don't have to work.
Yeah.
And it's our 1-year anniversary.
Right.
Week.
Right. Right.
And if you wanted to go to Mexico so bad, why don't you say, Kelly, let's make it work and let's go to you and me go to Mexico.
Well, and that's what I said. I said, hey, I told her, I said, look, if you really, really don't want me to go, I don't care if I don't go. I just thought, again, I just was thinking, hey, I can make this work. I'm not going to have to pay for the flight. I can split a room with Jeff. It's going to be $150 a night, and then I got to pay for my food and drinks. So all in, this wasn't going to be an expensive trip. The timing was bad. And really,
but you said on the radio there's still a 10% chance you would go.
Well, that was the lowest number I could think of that made sense.
You're not going.
Right. But then, like you said, Al's single, Jeff's single. I don't know anyone else that's going.
Well, apparently there are another couple is going, a man and a woman who are together, and a couple of single women are going. Yeah, that's it so far. Now there could have been more people that sign up, and basically Al just finally, when he made it clear and told people his approximate his flight schedules and stuff like that. And he's helping them hook up with his travel agent there, whoever runs this condominium, to get them rooms. So he's got a little party going now.
Yeah. But there'll be other times to go to Mexico, and I'm sure you and I will go to Mexico.
I'm sure we will.
In the future sometime.
So our marriage has survived this little crisis.
It has survived, but a mountain has been made out of a molehill. But Kelly, so before we started recording, Kelly and I are going back and forth about this survey that Kid Nation put out.
Right.
And it said, should Kelly let Allen go? Yes or no? And
let him go. Should Kelly let him go?
And 82% of the people said yes, and the balance said no,
Right.
which I thought was kind of interesting. But see, those people don't know all the circumstances. They just see Allen and Kelly. Allen says, oh, I want to go hang out with Big Al and Jeff.
And Kelly's being
right.
a control freak or
a
nag. But I told him what's probably a lot of the truth here, too, is people think it's funny to see Kelly Rantberry come out. And so if you go, they think I'm going to go. That's part of it, too. It's not so much that I'm sure there's a huge segment of that 82% or whatever it is that really wants you to have a wonderful time with Big Al. But I think there's a big segment of that wants me just to get mad because it's funny.
Yeah.
Either way.
Well,
I'm glad you're not going.
I'm not going. Okay, I'm not going.
I'm very happy you're not going.
But man, one thing I've learned I've read some social media. It just makes me giggle. Like the people that say no and don't want me to go, they really don't want me to go.
Right, it's not right to leave your wife at home.
Right,
like that.
can't leave her at home, and she canceled that trip to South Carolina, and you're gonna stay home with her, and you need to take her to Mexico to a luxury resort.
Ooh.
What are you thinking? Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Did you feel chastised?
Whoa. Well, no.
Or did you get defensive?
No, you know what I say to people that do that.
Well, you don't say it to their face. You just say it to me. We won't repeat it here.
No, we can't say that on the podcast. And the people who say go, man, they are all in. They're like, yeah, man.
I mean, sure. The hit thing is either you would have a great time and you'd have many stories to tell, or you would be bored out of your mind. That's the other option.
I know exactly how this trip would go. I know because I've been on trips like that. I know exactly how this would go.
How?
Me and Al and Jeff would be sitting at the pool bar in those water, where you sit in the water
and just sit there in your own pee all day.
Sitting there in pee, getting monkey butt and getting chafed nuts. Sitting there at the pool bar all day in the sun, just getting sloshed out of our minds.
Yeah, wouldn't that be? You can do that here in our pool. I'll let you sit out in the backyard. You can even pee in the pool. We'll put extra chlorine in it, and I'll let you get drunk every day.
Well,
doesn't that sound fun?
Well, no, that's not what I want to do.
What's the difference? You can do that here.
I know that's how that would go. And then every once in a while, someone would order some food, and there'd be a bunch of nachos sitting there, a bunch of soggy nachos
salsa.
Sitting there. That's how that would go. So anyway, that's how it would go.
We can recreate Mexico in our backyard, babe.
All right. Well, that's that.
And we do have like Alan was saying, we do have our trip next week to Hollywood, Florida with Big Al, and maybe we can get him on the podcast if there's anything you'd like us to do while we're in Hollywood, Florida. I think it's just outside of Miami. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about on next week's podcast, if you want us to pull anybody from the Kid Craddock Morning Show onto our podcast, message us at kellyandallen.com. No, is that right? Kellie and Allen. I said that for some reason. When I said that sounded wrong. kellyandallen.com.
Not unless you've replaced me already with another podcast co-host.
No, but sometimes when you say things, you're like, was that right?
Yeah.
Okay, kellyandallen.com. We accept messages there, and let us know what you think, and we'll try to make that happen in Hollywood, Florida.
Hey, we can make it happen. We can make anything happen.
Because we'll be back the same, unless something is scheduled we cannot get out of, we will be back the same time, 8 Central, which will be 9 Eastern next week, honey. We'll be on East Coast time.
Oh, that's right. So
we'll keep it same time, 8 Central.
We are? Or for sure?
I highly doubt we'll have something scheduled that night. So we'll make it work.
Okay.
Because we can't disappoint the podcast family that watches us record this on Facebook Live.
All 6 people that are here?
That hang in with us.
Yeah.
All right. So, real quick, what else? We got to talk about we want to do listeners' mail real quick, or you may do this real quick?
Oh, yeah, do that real quick.
Okay, really quick. These days you can get practically everything on demand, including this podcast. You want it, you just demand it and download it and play it on iTunes. Why are you still going to the post office then? When you can do pretty much everything the post office does right from the comfort of your own home or your small business, because Stamps.com lets you print out official postage, U.S. postage, on demand, and you can access all the services of the post office 24/7 when it's convenient for you, because sometimes it's 9 o'clock at night before you can finally sit down and get those packages ready to ship out. And with Stamps.com, it's any denomination of postage, whether you're just doing little postcards up to the huge, gigantic boxes. The mail carrier just picks it up for you. You click, print, mail, and you're done. It could not be easier. And right now, Stamps.com has a special offer for our podcast listeners. You use the code SANDWICH, and you'll get up to $55 in free postage, a digital scale, and a 4-week trial. So don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the radio microphone at the top of the homepage, easy to see, and type in the code SANDWICH.
Sandwich.
At Stamps.com, enter code SANDWICH. And they send you that digital scale so you don't have to guess at Stamps. That's always
That's the
hard.
coolest little thing. You don't have to guess how much you owe. It's one thing I've done in the past. Like if I have a big thick envelope,
You just kind of weigh it in your hand.
I'm like, and I panic. And
I'll
I put
put another stamp on
Yeah,
that.
I put like 10 stamps on there because I'm afraid of it being returned. You don't have to do that.
So it saves you money.
Yeah, you don't have to do that with Stamps.com.
Listener mail.
Oh yeah,
You already forgot.
Lee, how can I forget that? Yeah, babe, we've got some on KellieandAllen.com. You can click on Kelly's little picture or my little picture, and then you can submit questions to us. And we love questions from our listeners, and we've got some really good ones here.
And hopefully you're listening right now when we answer your letter.
And you know what? If you ever do send in a letter, we have a policy here on our podcast that we don't disclose any names or anything like that. Because
This is just a nice one, but if it's a question about something, we don't want to embarrass
Yeah, we don't want to
anybody.
embarrass it. So we always err on the side of caution. So, unless you say, hey, give us a shout out, I'm going to change the name of the listener. So this one's actually for you, babe.
Okay.
Ask
Kelly.
Allen.
Oh, I thought you said
Ask
for me.
Allen anything. It is, but this is my segment, even though they asked you a question.
Okay.
This one is from Padme. Padme says, Kelly, I have a quick question. I am 42 and I am interested in getting into online dating.
Oh.
What site would you recommend?
Well, we have, it's no secret that we met on Bumble, which is a great one. eHarmony is a sponsor of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. eHarmony goes more in depth as far as doing a profile or questionnaire you fill out. And used to be back in the day when, they do the commercials on the weekends, you're like, this week you can fill out the questionnaire for free on eHarmony. And the questionnaire was so long. It took hours to fill that thing out. They've really streamlined it, so it's not that big of a process at this point. But they have like scientific data with eHarmony. And with a site like Bumble, which is what we used, it was just, luck of the draw. You just took your chances swiping left and right. But that's the two. And I also signed up at the time for Tinder because that was the big one at the time.
Yeah.
Bumble has come up in the ranks, but when we were both on Bumble, it wasn't the number one dating site.
No.
It was few. There were
Right.
fewer people on there, but I found more quality on there, I thought.
Same for me. Yeah. I was on Tinder, Bumble, Plenty of Fish.
I didn't do Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, that was kind of strange. I actually set up some dates on Plenty of Fish.
People
but-
have met their partner on Plenty. I mean, like normal people are on there. Just there's crazy people everywhere.
That's
You just
true.
got to use common sense. You don't have a date pick you up at your house ever on a first date. You do not know this person. You do not. They can represent themselves to be anything on their profile. And as far as my tip is to get off text and get to that first date sooner rather than later, because you will find yourself in this rabbit hole of a nonstop text conversation that will not end, and it's just frustrating. So there you go.
Okay. Thanks, babe.
eHarmony, Tinder, Bumble.
Okay, here's another one. Ask Allen. Ask Allen anything. This is from Queen Amidala.
I get the theme now.
So Queen Amidala says, Alan and Kelly, love your podcast. Okay, we got a little bit of setup here, but I really like this question.
That's a long letter. You're going to read all that?
No. I'll paraphrase.
Oh,
she says,
gosh.
okay, I love your podcast. Want to write you to for a while. My friends and family can't see past the personal situation to give me clear-cut advice. I need your help.
Okay.
Okay, I don't believe my situation is unique, but I have yet to meet somebody who understands this dilemma. Super long story short. My mom died unexpectedly when I was a young teenager.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I've always been a daddy's girl, but the loss of my mom has cinched that bond between my dad and I even more. He's a wonderful dad. God has truly blessed me with him. I am not an only child, but I'm the youngest and only daughter. I'm approaching 30, and after college, I moved back in with Dad. Now, here's where it gets...
Hey, I moved back in with my parents.
Yeah, here's where it gets interesting.
We all do it.
I have never been on a date.
Oh.
Never had a boyfriend.
Oh.
And I've only been kissed by one random dude who was going around kissing everyone on New Year's Eve.
Oh.
It's very embarrassing. In high school, I had a lot of guy friends, but as a teenager, I stopped myself from being too involved with boys because I never knew what my dad might think. As I've gotten older, I've put up this wall with anyone who even seems interested in dating me. Mm-hmm. A lot of my coworkers have tried to set me up. I always decline. I know the guilt of leaving my dad alone, and I never want him to feel like I'm leaving him behind to start my own life is part of that problem. I do want to start my own family, as corny as it sounds, and I do dream of being married and having my own family. My siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles always make comments like, I hope you're taking care of your dad, and it really adds to the pressure. I find myself crying over it because I feel like I'm giving up my life to take care of him when he's fully capable. Okay, he's in his early 60s, no health issues, he's very active. Relationship stuff is the one thing that they've never been able to discuss. I don't want there to be any resentment or ill feelings when I do finally bring a man to meet him one day. Okay, so that's kind of all that set up, but her dad even says, I know you're going to be a great mom and a great aunt someday. So she's afraid here. Her question is, how do I have the conversation with my dad about bringing a man home?
You don't even have a man
or having
to bring home.
Or having a relationship without hurting his feelings. The reason she doesn't want a man is because she's afraid of hurting her dad's feelings. That's the dilemma here.
I would think every parent would want their child to be in a healthy, happy relationship because let's face it, your father, I mean, if the circle of life plays out as it's supposed to, he's going to leave this earth and leave you behind. And I'm sure he would love to see, there's something about a man wants to see that his little girl is taken care of. So you might be assuming your father is thinking a lot of these things that he's not even aware that you're thinking. Is he trying to date? Are y'all two just sitting at home together? Y'all need to get out. I mean, you've got to be afraid, but do it anyway. Be afraid, but do it anyway, or this is your life. So you've got to be willing to step out and be afraid and do it anyway. And the baby steps, sign up for an online dating site, or let a friend set you up. Quit saying no. Make it your little goal, baby steps. For this month, this 6 months, this year, I'm going to say yes. I had a friend that did that because she was looking for a relationship and she was frustrated, and she's a great girl, and we're all like, why aren't you with someone? It doesn't make any sense. And she said, finally, 1 year, because she would say, you get in this rut where you're comfortable just in your routine, and it's hard. But she said, I'm done. I'm just going to say yes to every blind date. And she had some horrible blind dates, but she has some really great ones too. So you got to be scared. You got to do it anyway, because nothing's going to change.
Yeah, I think she's listening. Number one, she's listening to too many people. They're getting in her business about, well, you can take care of dad. They're putting a lot of pressure on her, and it's causing her to be afraid to go talk to her dad about this thing. Here's the deal. The guy, I don't know all the details here, but he's 60 years old and he's active and he's healthy. It doesn't sound like he needs a 30-year-old daughter around taking care of him.
Unless it's just the company and y'all fallen into this rut where you're each other's roommate. And, I think a really healthy thing for you to do is to get your own apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a really healthy first step.
60 is not, that is not that old.
No.
There's
And she's active.
Yeah, there's plenty of life.
And you know what? He might, once you're out of the house, he might be like, I'm missing some female companionship.
Yeah.
And it might cause him, it could have this trickle-down theory where dad finds somebody. Because, who wants to grow old and die alone?
There's plenty of life left for your dad, number one. Number two, I can speak from experience here. When I was younger, I was pretty shy about talking about relationship stuff with my parents. I didn't have my first real girlfriend until I was a senior in high school. Mm-hmm. didn't really.
I didn't either.
Yeah, didn't really start dating seriously until college. So, and I was always kind of.
I was a late bloomer.
I was always kind of weird about bringing it up with my mom and dad.
My first serious boyfriend, I had boyfriends. Serious was I was 27, 28 years old.
Yeah.
So it's not too late.
But one thing I've learned over the years is, talking to my mom and dad now later in life, looking back, is your mom and dad are your parents are very interested in that part of your life, and bringing that up to them is something I hope someday when Brooke is of age to date, I really hope she's comfortable enough to come to me and tell me that kind of stuff, because I'd be interested in it. I really would. And that's part of growing up, is starting to figure out, boys and dating and all that stuff. And I want to know about that.
Not everybody has a healthy relationship. Because of the loss of the mother, it might have caused them to have, a bond there that's a little different. Not that I'm not implying anything sexual, but more of a dependency thing, on each other.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be a healthy thing for you to get your own place. It'd be a healthy thing for you to start saying yes to friends that want to set you up. And I don't care if you're scared, do it anyway.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to talk to your dad about this. I know it's scary because you've got people in your ear who are in your family saying, "Don't do it, don't leave him alone."
Yeah,
that's not right.
No.
You should be able to go talk to your dad about anything. And if your dad, which I don't see this happening, but if he were to turn around and say, "Well, what are you doing? You're going to leave me alone." Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You're a 60-year-old dude with plenty of life left. You're healthy, you're active. He needs to get his life going.
You could be doing you both a favor.
Yeah.
All right. That was hopefully helpful, Queen Amidala.
Queen Amidala. And Padme was the other one. Okay, babe. Let's.
Is this going to be Leia?
We're producing on the fly here. No.
Is this from Luke Skywalker?
This one is actually from Anakin.
Okay.
What?
Let's go.
Okay. What?
Just go.
Okay, so Anakin says, ask Alan anything. Dear Alan, in January, me and my female best friend decided to start dating. The month and a half that we were dating was what I can describe as the best month and a half of my life.
Aw, 6 weeks of bliss.
Then right before our second month of dating, she told me that she was afraid of commitment and that she would just much rather go back to being friends. When she said that, I was devastated, but I was worried that trying to convince her of otherwise would put a strain on our relationship as friends. Mm-hmm. Now, we were still friends, but every once in a while I get the urge to tell her that I'm in love with her.
Aww.
My question is, what do I do in this situation? Do I tell her, or do I just ignore the feeling and hope it goes away?
I wonder how old Anakin is.
I don't know how old Anakin is, but Anakin, if I were in your...
I feel for you, buddy.
I feel for you, man. But if I was in your situation, that little warm feeling you're feeling, it's pretty early to be putting all your eggs in that basket, I think.
Yeah, you might want to start at least considering asking another girl out.
Yeah.
And then I think when you have nothing else to focus on, of course you're just going to obsess about what you had with your friend. And I'm just really proud that y'all are able to stay friends after that. A lot of people can't do that. That's very admirable. But I think it would be good for you. It'd be just like those teen movies you see, where the friends think they're friends until one of them goes off and dates somebody else. And the other one looks at him and says, "Hey, I have feelings for my friend who's now with someone else, and now I want them back." And then the script always works out where they end up together at the end, doesn't it? I'm not saying necessarily that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying that you should probably start looking elsewhere. It would be a good thing. You don't have to dump your friend. And that doesn't mean just because you start dating someone new that your feelings for your friend are going to immediately disappear. But I have a feeling when you meet somebody else, that attraction will wane a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Why are you showing me that? Do you want me to read this one?
No.
Oh, you want me to read this to you?
No.
Dear Alan?
Uh-huh. Was there anything else you wanted to say about this one?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a habit. I'm sorry.
No, that's good input, babe. He said, "Dear Alan," I'm giving Kelly a hard time.
I'm sorry. I was answering.
We answer these questions together.
See, I do this on the radio a lot. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
we're on the podcast right
I'm
now.
sorry. I know.
That's okay.
I'm used to when they ask a question, I answer. I apologize.
Yeah. See, your husband, he answers questions and he reads them.
I'm sorry. See, when you read them, then that means I just feel like I should answer. I apologize.
No, Kelly, I'm giving my wife.
Did you want to say anything
I'm giving my
in
wife
addition to that?
No. I think if Anakin and I were sitting at a bar and he told me this story, I'd look at it and I'm like, dude, you've been going out 2 months. Let's go out and let's find you a girl.
He might be 17. We don't even know.
Yeah, we don't know,
are,
but
you know.
that's what I would say.
But you need to find somebody.
Yeah, I would say don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's right.
That's the easy.
You said it much more succinctly than I did.
Much more succinctly. Much more succinctly.
Do we have time to keep talking?
Babe, how we doing on time here?
I know. I feel like we've been flapping our gums for a while.
We could either do one more or we can call it a podcast. What do you? And we're going to have to save that for next time.
Yeah, we'll have to save with the celebrity advice. I'll give you something to look forward to and come back to next podcast.
Let's do one more.
Well,
let's do one more.
Edit it because that's a long one too.
Yeah, I'll edit. This is more a question for you. It says it's for Dear Alan, but this is more for you, I think. So, ask Alan
and Kelly.
Ask Alan
and
anything.
Kelly. Anything.
Okay, Dear Alan and Kelly, yeah. I am a dedicated podcast listener. Thank you. Check this out. Listening to your podcast helps me forget about all of life's troubles.
That's nice.
For at least an hour.
That's a good thing. Thank you.
Okay, she's writing for advice. Amazing husband, high school sweethearts. Together 9 years, married for 6. 2-year-old son, pregnant with another boy. Okay, got all that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he joined the Marine Corps a year after high school. Got married, moved to North Carolina. He did his 4 years back in Georgia. All right. During his time in the Marines, 2 deployments to Afghanistan, he's seen all kinds of bad stuff. Mm-hmm. After moving back to hometown, he found work at a mill. Okay, so he's a civilian now, and he works hard for providing for our family.
Tough work.
Even more than, let's see, even that I'm able to stay home and raise our children. Sorry about that. He is truly the definition of a real man. He gives us everything. His work ethic is unreal. Best dad, amazing husband.
But get to the but.
Well, there's no but. This was interesting. How do I repay him? How do I even begin to show him my appreciation for him and all that he does for our family? I take care of him by having dinner ready when he gets home from work.
That's a lovely thing.
His laundry is clean and put away.
Perfect.
His house is in order.
You're doing great.
But I still feel like he deserves the world. What can I do?
It sounds like you are his world. He's doing all this for you and the sons. You're being a good wife to him. You're being a good home. You know, your job is in the home. That is your job. People say you stay at home, blah, blah, blah. That is work. And if you are giving him a warm, comfortable place to come home to, a safe haven every night, that you are doing a fabulous job. You know, what more can you do? Stick little love notes in his lunchbox or something, maybe something like that, or little surprises you can do for him. Maybe if you want to just take it one step further, maybe you can just give him like, I don't know, get a babysitter and just the two of you stay at home. I know it's hard when you're having another baby on the way too, but there are ways you can just make it a little extra. But honey, it sounds like you're doing everything perfectly.
Now, you know what she mentioned?
What?
She mentioned a lot of sandwich.
She did?
A lot of sandwich. I make his meals when he comes home. I make sure his clothes are clean. I make sure his stuff's put away. She didn't mention any loving.
Well, let's just assume that he's getting that.
Well, how?
So that's what Alan's saying.
You can't assume
Alan's
that.
saying give him a lot more loving.
No.
What are you saying?
Maybe that's an area of their relationship that could be enhanced. Is all I'm saying.
With lingerie?
We're all adults here. Lingerie. Maybe there's, I don't know. Maybe there's things that they could explore together.
Oh my gosh.
She's trying to figure out how to repay the man.
He's
a man's man.
Him?
No, did you hear what she said? He's a real man. Maybe the real man wants to feel like a real man. What?
Okay, let's just wrap this up here.
What?
Yeah, if why not? Okay, I was suggesting.
Why do you always think I'm doing a bit? I'm being serious.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
There are ways to enhance the relationship in that area.
I was saying slip little love notes and plan date nights.
That's nice.
Okay.
This podcast is called A Sandwich and Some Lovin' for a reason.
Yeah.
It ain't called A Sandwich and Some Love Notes in the lunchbox.
But it's not a sandwich and some Kama Sutra. I mean, what are you suggesting?
Better work on your stretching there.
She's pregnant.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, Alan.
Better work on your Lamaze then.
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
It sounds like you're doing everything.
You're doing everything
wonderfully.
great.
Just, if you want to do neat little surprises for him, that's great. But don't you stress about it. Just make a happy home for him to come home to. You know what? Don't hit him with a ton of problems the minute he walks in the door. That's a good suggestion too, because I know that's a tendency that I would sometimes have. Like I'm waiting all day. I got to tell him something as soon as he walks in the door. You won't believe this and that. You need to go fix that. So kind of put that off for a while. Is that a good tip?
Yeah. On a serious note, I'm not kidding though about that.
About the Kama Sutra. He's not
Kama
kidding.
Sutra.
Okay.
But are there ways in that area to enhance what you're doing? Maybe there are. Maybe there aren't. Okay. I'll get off that subject. One thing Kelly does for me that. And I'm not talking about that area. Okay,
I was like, Lord, please don't. This will be another episode. I'm cleaning something with my mama. Oh, Lord.
One thing Kelly does for me is the other day I was in the backyard and I'm out there. I'm sweating my ass off. I'm working in the yard and she just comes out and gives me my favorite soft drink, which is A&W root beer, and says, do you need anything else? Do you need a water? It's just those little things like that. I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just... Sometimes maybe it's just those little things. You're doing a lot of great things for the man.
It's those
little thoughtful things that a dude would never think of, And he thinks, well, gosh, that's really thoughtful. That's really nice. I would have never thought of doing that. So maybe that's a tip.
Little thoughtful things. All right,
babe. We're going to finish up this Kama Sutra edition of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Maybe we can talk Kama Sutra one episode. What is Kama Sutra?
It's a book.
Isn't that stretching?
It's a bunch of positions. It's a book that teaches you weird positions.
Like reverse?
I think I've seen one.
Like reverse cowgirl?
I don't even know. But I think I've seen a page or two, like online or something. And they're called little cartoon drawings, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's cartoon people.
I might have thumbed through one of those one time.
All right. Well, maybe we'll talk about that.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
that and celebrity love advice or celebrity advice next week. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll be from Hollywood, Florida next week for A Sandwich with Some Love. And again, if you want us to bring anybody from the Kid Craddock Morning Show, if there's anything you'd like us to talk about on next week's podcast, which will be from Florida, we'd love to hear from you. Go to kellyanallen.com.
Yeah, kellyanallen.com. If you want to rent one of our slingshot vehicles Kelly and I own, you can
get that
also,
there too.
You can also do that. Father's Day, we had a bunch of people interested and that had a good time. Summer's a great time to do it. So check out kellyanallen.com/slingshot. Also, the podcast has social media on Facebook, Instagram, A Sandwich and Some Lovin', and Twitter @SandwichLovin'. And then
everything else is A Sandwich and Some Lovin' except for Twitter. It's @SandwichLovin'.
And then go follow Kelly on social media. Give me a follow on social media. And we greatly appreciate that. Right, babe?
Yep. Thank you. All
right. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Thanks for putting up with my buffoonery. And
you're welcome.
I love you so good.
I love you too.
All right. Well, in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.